do such a thing.
I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morrigan. Whatever. Arlessa Isolde, for the one who delivers the sacred ashes of Our Lady, who have the esteem of Redcliffe and all the riches it is in my power to grant. The Arling of Redcliffe was a source of constant trouble for Emperor Reveal during the occupation. It was rumored that since each new report sent the Emperor into a fit of violent rage, his court had taken to poisoning messengers before they could deliver their accounts. The Isolde family was the 10th to be given the difficult task of governing Redcliffe, and since most of the previous Arls had either been murdered by their bands or beheaded by the Emperor, they did not approach the job with a great deal of enthusiasm. Isolde met Eamon, not realizing he was the rightful heir to her father's domain, and quickly became smitten with him for being part of the resistance. Never mind that it was her family he was resisting. Perhaps a bit too romantic for her own good, she insisted upon staying behind with Eamon when the rest of her family was driven out. Oh, so they didn't like her.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Mage's sight.
The founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Draken, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion, he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, damn, it took 12 years. There, in its heart, Draken knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor declared the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the Empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa of Montsimard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began.
Seeks his
They're gone,
forgiveness.
dear boy.
Blessed art thou who seeks his return.
Gone, dear boy.
Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy
Chant of light.
flame.
Commandments of the Maker. These truths the Maker has revealed to me as there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods. Magic is just to serve man, and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they, who have taken his gift and turned it against his children. They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond. All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others know this: there is but one truth. All things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lies. All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another is lost. Those who steal from their brothers and sisters do harm to their livelihood and to their peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a heavy heart.
May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him, you are of dwarven blood and a stranger amongst us, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Is there a reason I shouldn't help?
Perhaps not, but many dwarves do not hold the Chantry and its adherents in high regard. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this Chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left.
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Just how safe is the Chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the Chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please,
That's a pretty
have
good
mercy.
last defense.
Help these people. Do whatever you can.
Girl, I'm gonna try. I'd like your blessing, Mother.
You would? That is, I mean,
Not that
of
I
course,
believe in the
I'd be
Maker,
happy
but
to. Blessed art thou who exists
I'll do it
in the
anyway.
Maker's sight.
it's one of those things
Blessed
like,
art
sure,
thou
it's
who
not gonna hurt.
seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed
And
is
if
the
it somehow
prophetess,
does help,
his daughter,
great.
sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
You got it.
I can do that.
I guess I could do that.
I'm scared, Mother.
What
When
will
are the
we
bad
do?
men coming?
Night approaches and our men
Demonic
are outside ready
possess-
to die for us.
Really? Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning them from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so, will create an abomination. Sorry. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host, they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead, they feed upon the living. Oh. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and mana. Nice. Next are the demons of sloth. Oh, we know about sloth demons. The first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is sloth's nature. It hides and stalks unaware, and when confronted, it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are amongst the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted. Wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. Desire Demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world. Masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect, they are true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends. Although, what that might be has never been discovered. A greater pride demon brought across the veil would threaten the entire world. Greater pride demon? Oh, boy. Irinia?
Good day.
What?
Good day.
Good day. Jeddah? I think that's what I have to turn this into. Thetis calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the summer day festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and taxmen, and few, if pressed, could even tell you the reason that our current age is named after dragons. It is 930 Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age. 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Oh, okay, I got you. So that's how they do it. So it's year 30 of the 9th age. Gotcha. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. Oh. Oh, my lord. Okay. The scholars in Val Royeaux advise the Chantry report and seen in that 99th year in the Chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thetis will face for the next 100 years. Well, there's a lot of dragons. Oh. The current age is not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry is preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thetis and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be the celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head and the Battle of Riverdane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred, a rampage, the rising of a dreaded high dragon. Dragons had been thought partially extinct since the days of the Navarran dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the high dragon decimated the countryside in his search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age. Some say the divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Dufale family heraldry of King Megrin, the so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as may, the High Dragon's rampage turned towards the Orlesian side of the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of Riverdane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thetis. It remains to be seen. Well, sure as shit is happening right now. Jeddah!
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the Chant of Light to the Chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Well, I got bad news. Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
Just a hunch. Take care. Your husband and son are both dead.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
Certainly.
Maker's blessings upon you.
Wait, what? Did I open that? What? Oh shit, did I open it? Or did I never get it? Wait, what? Oh, did I not get that stuff? Oh, shit. I don't think I did. Fuck, that sucks. Oh well. I didn't get that? Oh boy.
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
That fucking
I'm so
sucks.
scared, Father. What are we
Good
going
day.
to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the...
The blight comes again, and
Caitlin.
Father is doomed.
Am I bothering
What are
you?
we to do?
I'll try to be more quiet.
You're not bothering me.
I shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Have you tried looking for your brother?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Don't worry, I'll look. Why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid.
If
Not
he's
wrong.
foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
I can't believe you'd say such a thing. Have you no heart at all?
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Fucking Morrigan. I'm trying to... has such a cold heart. But I need her. I need her. I don't need her,
People don't deserve what has happened to them.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
but... Yes, sir.
Pray, and hope for a miracle. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
I could be a ghost. You never know.
Huh. If it takes a ghost or two to kill a horde of evil monsters, I'll take it. But you look plenty alive to me. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing. Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We'll defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What? No, I thought you were in charge. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Wow, why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwyn in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwyn.
He's a trader, a dwarf. Lives near the lake.
Dwarf.
Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
I want to discuss something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
I have some questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things?
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Tell me about what's happened here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Ban Tegan was here.
You know anything about Arl Eamon's illness?
No. I know the Alessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
Let's go something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to... Oh? Ask
Why
away.
have you been stationed here?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the Chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
Carry on.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Okay, so I gotta talk to Owain. Or Owen, not Owain. Actually, I want to talk to... Should I go talk to Sir Perth first? Nah. I'm gonna go search the village first. I'm gonna go search the village. This sword is fucking huge. Got a pretty big sword. Wooden crate. Frozen lightning. Lake Callanhead, no swimming. Damn, that's a pretty big fucking castle. That is a pretty big castle. Alright, what's this? General store? Okay, one here. Tattered shopping list. Sugar, wheat, flour, fillet knife, ginger for Grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge, or legion. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. I don't understand what the point of that was, but there's lamp oil in these barrels. Chesticle! Oh my fucking god. Why do so many chests need fucking... Why do so many chests need the max unlock skill? That's ridiculous. Got a little cunning, that's what. No, she has high enough cunning to get the third highest unlock thing. Doors locked and looks as if been recently repaired. I could. Hello? Okay, we're lockpicking it. What? Break it. Fuck it. We're going in. Dwin?
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Is that how you greet a fellow dwarf?
You've a high-born look about you. You were expecting some bowing and scraping, maybe. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
What are you doing? Shut up in here.
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping defend the village.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So, Murdoch's sending a dwarf to do his begging for him? Hoping I'll get all misty-eyed with thoughts of home?
Yes.
Look, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Your chances are better out there than in here.
Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Can I change your mind?
I have to admit, you've a better chance than most. At least another dwarf is likely to have a few rocks to rub together between their ears. What do you have in mind, then? Let's hear it.
I'll put in a good word for you back in Orzammar.
Uh-huh. And that means exactly what? Nothing. I'm a surface dwarf. And if you're still welcome there, more power to you.
I'll put in a good word for you with Van Tegan or the Arl.
And what good would that do me? The Arl's probably dead. I couldn't care
Fuck,
less.
man, I have
me.
level 2 persuasion
What else you
too. Dude, bro. I don't want to intimidate him, but I don't want to pay him either. Do I want to try to intimidate him? I don't want to... Fuck. I don't want to fight him and end up killing him, but I don't want to pay him. It depends on how much. How about gold? I'll hire you to fight for the village.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
I won't even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers.
I won't go any higher than 50.
Do I look like an elf? I'm not that cheap. It's 100, or it's no deal.
My fucking persuade sucks. I wonder if intimidate is based off of strength. I don't have that kind of money.
Then why are you wasting my time?
You go and I don't cut off your head. How about that?
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures
Yeah, I
come.
didn't have to pay him. Woo! Didn't even have to pay him. Because I'm a stingy bastard. I mean, if he wasn't such an asshole, I wouldn't have tried to... wouldn't have tried to do that, but... When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You're a short, surprised intake of breath, and then silence. Open the dresser.
Ah! What are you doing? Alright, I'll come out.
Really, kid? You're just gonna hide in here?
Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Your sister is looking for you, you know.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
So what were you doing in there?
I can't tell you.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could.
Yes.
Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Where is this sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help the village.
But I can't give it to you.
Don't make me intimidate a kid.
Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Perhaps I could help you and your sister in return?
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright. Even if Mother is dead.
I'll talk to your sister about it, I promise.
Oh, alright.
Oh, that's
Here's
right,
the
because
key.
I can give her money. Yeah, that's
I
right.
hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should
Fuck, yeah, I plan to.
go back to the
kid.
Chantry.
I plan to.
Good luck.
Those evil creatures stand no chance against me, dwarf. Okay, where's this chest now? What's upstairs? The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Prior to the crown. Oh, actually, I'm gonna be right back. Quick. Sorry. Took my puppy dog outside. Can't forget about him out there. Okay. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and tyranniers that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-river merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Foranan, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. Man, I need to work out. Get in shape. As the tale goes, Sir Ferranin and Esquire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Arl Mirrodin was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Ferranin's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Mirrodin's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Mirrodin called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for